Alright, so this is NetLab 3.1.2.6 install Windows. So here I am in my NetLab. This is the instructions I'll be reading, but I have a second monitor that this will be on, so you won't see that. You'll just see my main screen. So let's begin. Objectives in this lab: you will install Windows 10 operating system and virtual machine using Hyper-V, which Hyper-V is a virtual machine software. Click on PC1 to access the Windows 10 machine. Use the following login credentials. Got it. PC1. Okay, let's log in. ITEPASSWORD, password. Okay, I'm in. Next step. On the Windows 10 desktop, type Hyper-V in the search box and click the Hyper-V Manager app to launch. Okay. There it is, Hyper-V Manager. Hyper-V comes with Windows. It's a software that comes with Windows, so you can create a virtual machine. I use VirtualBox, by the way. The Hyper-V Manager application launches on the right panel. Click New Virtual Machine. Okay, so right here we're going to click New Virtual Machine. Next, in the New Virtual Machine Wizard window, click Next. So this is the wizard, by the way. This window right here is the wizard. It's pretty much an easier way of installing any applications is through the wizard. Hit Next, go through the prompts. We might need to be a little more specific on this by like naming it and how much memory we're going to allow it to use from the machine, and also how much like RAM and CPU processing. So in the specify name and location window, in the name box, type Win10. Check the box for store the virtual machine at a different location and click browse. Okay, so we're going to name it Win10. So Win-10 says to check the store virtual machine at a different location. Okay, so we're going to pick a specific location on where it's going to be stored. Obviously, it's going to be stored in the C. I forget the name of it, but I know what this is. It's the C. I want to say drive. It's the C drive, and this is the path. So it's in this. You go in the C drive, program data, Microsoft, Windows, and then Hyper-V. And there it is. But this one's going to tell us to probably save in a specific folder. So in the selected folder window, scroll down in the left pane and right click. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, it is. So we're going to hit the browse. It's going to pop up the file directory, which is right here, File Explorer, sorry. Here it is. This window is the File Explorer. So right here in my instructions, in the select folder window, scroll down in the left pane and right click on third disk, which is F, new folder. So this one right here, right click, new folder. There we go. Name the folder Windows 10 and press enter. Okay, so this is going to be Windows 10. Enter. There we go. Click on the Windows 10 folder just created and click select folder. So click on this guy. Select folder. In the specify name and location window, click next, specify name. Okay, so yeah, here we go. We named it Windows 10, Win10, and this is the pathway. This is where it's going to be located. F drive, / Windows 10. So hit next. Now, in the specify generation window, ensure generation 1 is selected, then click next, which it already is, so click next. Okay. On the assign memory page, change the startup memory to 6,144 megabytes. Uncheck the box use dynamic memory for this virtual machine and click next. Yeah, see, so this is where we're going to specify and tell the machine how much memory it's going to get. And we're not going to have a dynamic memory. So it might believe dynamic is when it fluctuates and static is when it stays. So like static hit, so which is what we're doing. We're changing to static. So hit next. On the configure networking page, click the drop down arrow in the connection box and select default switch, then click next. Okay, default switch. So hit next. On the connected virtual hard disk page, change the size to 25 megabytes, then click next. So yeah, we're going to change the hard drive space to just only 25, which is really not that much. Next. In the installation options window, select install an operating system from a bootable CD/DVD ROM, then select image file ISO, and then click browse. Okay, so it's going to do install an operating system from a bootable CD. Okay, so the image ISO is what we're going to go with. Yeah, we're going to click browse to find the ISO file. In the open window, locate and click on Toolbox. Double click ISO. Okay, so Toolbox. Double click this ISO folder. I'm assuming we're doing Windows 10. Ubuntu is another operating system. I believe it's run off of Linux. So it says here, click on Windows 10 English x64 ISO, then click open. So yep, that would be this guy. Open. In the installation options windows, click next. So we're going to click next. Right here, this is telling me basically you have successfully completed the new virtual machine wizard. You are about to create the following virtual machine. So we completed the steps and it's giving us a summary of what we've created, what virtual machine. The name, the generation 1, the memory it's going to have, which is 6,144 megabytes, which isn't much, the network, which is the default switch, the hard disk, yeah, so on. And the operating system we install from this drive, which is C Toolbox ISO, and this is the operating system we're installing. So finish, it's installing. Okay, it's done. So next step. The new virtual machine is created. Notice Hyper-V Manager now displays Windows 10 Virtual Machine and is in the off state. Yep, it's right here. It's off. Okay. Right-click on the Windows 10 VM settings. Okay. Settings. On the left panel, click Process. On the right panel, change the number of virtual process to 2 and click Apply. Okay, so here we're going to add a processor, number of virtual processors, 2, Apply. Next step would be, oops, okay. Next step, double click Windows 10 VM icon. The Windows 10 on IT10 virtual machine connection states that it is turned off. Okay. The virtual machine Win 10 is turned off. To start the virtual machine, select Start from the action menu, which is that button. Yep, it's saying here to click Start. Okay, so we're going to click Start. It's starting up. This is going to be our virtual environment. It says the next thing that will happen is the Windows 10 VM starts and the Windows setup screen loads. Click Next, which this is the Windows 10 setup screen. Hold on a second. Language English, time and currency English United States. Yep, keyboard English US. Next. And we're going to probably hit install now. Yep, Windows setup. It says in the Windows setup window, click next to continue unless you need to change the default setting. Click install now. Yep, so click install now. In the activate Windows window, click I don't have a product key. I don't have product key. It's basically, let's see here. Let's see. In the selected operating system, you want to install options. click Windows 10 Pro, then yeah, see Windows 10 Pro. It's usually the best one to go with, to be honest. Next. In the applicable notices and license terms window, click I accept the license terms and then click next. I'm not going to read this, we should hit next. Alright. Next will be this. In the which type of installation do you want Windows? Select custom, install Windows only, advanced. Custom, install Windows only, advanced. Here we go. In the where do you want to install Windows window, click next. Okay, I guess that's the only option, so next. Let's see. The installation Windows window opens. Windows will take some time to copy the files and install the operating system on your computer. The virtual machine may reboot several times. Got it. So let it do its thing. It's telling us it's going to reboot a couple times, maybe, or more than a couple. After it's done doing that, when the Windows needs to restart to continue, window opens, your computer will automatically restart. You may receive the message, press any key to boot from CD or DVD. Do not press any key. Windows will boot from the VM hard disk to continue installation. So let it do its thing. We'll wait until that's done and then I'll be right back. So let that install. Here we go, finally. So it's installed. We did that. Now we're just going to do basic settings. We're going to set it how we want to be. So here we go. That took a while. The personalization sub-steps may be different depending on your Windows version. Verify the region is correct. Select yes. If not, choose your region. United States, that's the correct region, yes. Next we're going to do is verify the keyboard layout. If correct, press yes. Which US is what we want. On the next screen, click skip since you are not adding a second keyboard, because I don't have one. Second one. Now, step 6, network setup. On the let's connect you to a network page since the virtual machine is not connected to the internet. Click I don't have internet. On the next page, click continue with limited setup. I don't have internet. Continue with limited setup. So you have no internet. Next, we'll see on the who's going to use this computer window. Enter ITE user as the username and click next. All right, so that's going to be ITE user. Oh, I did that completely wrong. ITE user, like that. And hit next. Password is going to be create a password and confirm the password content. All right, password's gonna be password. Yeah, we'll do password. Just password. Let's confirm the password with password again. There you go. Next. All right, answer all the security questions and click next. Continue. Security questions, just like anything else you sign up for. This is real life, but in a real scenario, you would actually want to select ones that you could answer. All right. In this setup, you can give permission to use Cortana and select your privacy settings. On the Do More across devices with activity history window, click No. Which is this one? No. Okay. On the Get Help from your digital assistant window, you can choose to use Cortana as your personal assistant. Click Decline. Yeah. All right. Read the privacy settings and click Accept. Read, accept. Okay. The next step is finishing the installation. Installation continues. When you are finished with installation, Windows continues to finalize your settings. All right. It says here, Windows 10 desktop loads. Cool, it did. On the display configuration window, change the settings if desired to allow the desktop to interact with a virtual machine. 900 by 600 is recommended. Move the slider to the desired settings and click OK. Choose the size of your desktop for interacting with the virtual machine. I really don't know. I need to learn more about pixels. Sure, connect. After the installation is complete, the desktop displays and you are prompted to log into the Windows for the first time. Enter the password created during installation. Hopefully, oh, there it is. So remember, it's capital P for password, PAS, and then word. Enter. Should let us get in. And there we are. We're in. You're now logged into Windows 10 on the Win 10 on ITE 10 virtual machine connection. So that's it. It's not very hard. I think it's a little bit harder and difficult on VirtualBox. That was it for this lab. Thank you. Have a good day.